Thank you all for being here. We are back again to discuss the final episode of season 2 of X-Men 97.
Mm,
Um, it went really quick. I don't know if you guys felt the same way. This season felt super fast for me.
facts.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we need more episodes. I get that we'll never in a million years go back to the 22 episode kind of format of yesteryear, but at least give us
Mm,
like 10, 13. I don't think that's too much to ask. I don't know.
I agree.
Um,
Yeah, 10 is not too much to ask.
I
yeah,
agree.
it's just two episodes than what they normally do. I feel like it's doable, but let's see. Let's talk about a couple things here, guys, because now that the second season is finished, we're
Mm,
all going to be looking forward to season 3. So I
clearly.
wanted to know, what are you looking forward to in season 3? What do you want to see from X-Men 97 in season 3? Let our guests go first. The Lawrence Report.
Hmm.
What do you
Uh,
think?
I appreciate you letting me join. I would say, oh man, I don't want to leave nobody wrong. I don't want to leave nobody wrong, but I wanted us to get back to the main cast. I know we had to let other people shine. I get Polaris, Bishop, and Bishop's my guy. Nightcrawler, I know that, but I kind of just missed the OG cast. I'm looking for also who's gonna be the big bad villain, which I think we know because we know what happened at the end of the episode. But I think she is going to be the next big bad villain. So, um, we need more tightness in the writing. Like I felt like
Okay.
some episodes were filler. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Mm,
And once we went through episodes 1 through 4, something changed. I don't know what happened. Something
Uh-huh.
changed. So
Okay.
yeah.
So more, you just went more, basically what I'm hearing. More from the familiar faces. What about you, Vic?
I want to see what goes down with Gambit and Rogue. Clearly, there's an opportunity here. There is an
Okay.
opportunity because in the original series, there was a lot of flirting, and
Yeah.
now they can pull the trigger. Somehow, some way, Nightcrawler made the sacrifice, but they can be together.
Uh-huh.
So I'm definitely here for that. I want to see more of that and see what goes down with that because it was a
Hmm.
Hmm.
lot of struggle in order
Yeah.
for those two to finally be together. And anybody who lived through the original show probably feels similar
Okay.
because that definitely was a big thing back then. And like from this episode and everything that went down with this season, I'm definitely here for that from the next season.
I
Clearly.
got some questions too about what's going on with Rogue and Gambit, but let's get into these chats here. We got a couple comments. We got our boy TG. I guess the animation cost us a lot of money, so that might be why it's short.
Mm,
Ah, okay. I can maybe see that. Disney, and I've heard things about animation and how long it takes. Someone said Dreads Shinobi, if I'm saying that right, and they're saying they need at least 13 episodes. I am at it. We got
mhm,
the show
mhm.
in the chat here. Hi, thanks for being here. Uh we got here Monique. Monique, check out Monique's channel. She streams as well. Check her out on YouTube.
Okay.
I think we need 2 or more shows for all these characters. X Force 97 and X Factor 97. What? You would be here for an X Force and X Factor like separate show?
Mm.
That's interesting. You know what? I don't know if I'm opposed. I could maybe see. So it's particularly X Force because I feel like Cable has a lot going on. We
Mhm.
Mm.
got like some of the people who were kind of like on his team before, like our Jubilee, and what's his name, Sunspot or whatever his name, her little boyfriend. So I feel like there's like a little a little window for maybe like a little something over there for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
there's
Um,
definitely room for more content with them.
yeah, but I was wondering by the end of the episode, can Rogue touch Gambit for real now? And
It
if
seems,
so,
it seems like,
it seems like they was getting a little close. They was hooked
yeah.
up a little close when he had his little crop top on in at
Mhm.
the school back then. So
Yeah, I think she could touch him now. I think now that he has blood flowing in his veins again, and he's not a living dead corpse, I
Uh-huh.
think that she can really like touch him and feel him now.
Mm.
They need to go and step a little marriage next season. We went through hell and high water to get them back. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
I need a
Oh,
marriage next season.
yep.
Not only that, I'm gonna take it a step further because we see freaking Jean Grey and Cyclops. They got about 50 million kids running around. Where's Rogue's kids? Is Rogue? If you read the comics in the comments, if you ever read the comics, let us know. Has Rogue and Gambit ever had a baby or something like that? Because that's what's next. First comes love, then come marriage, then come
Yeah.
somebody in a baby carriage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But next, there's more X-Men news. This is in relation to the X-Men live action that's coming up in the MCU. There's been some reports from comicbook.com saying that Charles Melton reportedly turned down Beast's role in Marvel Studios' X-Men reboot. Now,
Wow.
I don't know if anyone has seen Beef season 2. He's in that in that show. It's Beef is honestly a really good show, and season 2 was really entertaining as well. But I don't really know him from much else. And I don't know. I feel like Beast, because of the nature of his character, he can be anybody, right? He can be a no name. He can be because they'll be mostly covered. I feel like this is a good opportunity for a lesser known face to get in there.
That makes sense.
But yeah, and as far as
I
what
mean, I think
you said,
Hank McCoy. I do think Hank McCoy is a
okay.
difficult persona to do. I mean, mind you, look, they had Kelsey Grammer do it,
Oh yeah,
and like it was he was really really good at it. So
yeah,
like
It
you
was a
know,
good base.
so like I don't know if it could just. I see what you mean, like when it comes to just painting somebody blue, but
yeah.
as far as like you know being that smart guy,
Hmm.
I don't know if it could just be just anybody.
Well,
It
Nicholas Holt, I didn't like Nicholas Holt's Beast when we got like the Days of Futures Past.
me
That
either.
one didn't do it for me as much.
Hmm.
But for me in season 3, I would like to see more Beast. I feel like he took a lot of like a sideline this season. We didn't get too much
Mm.
of him, and what we did get of him, it was mostly him being like a little bit incompetent and like,
Well, I mean, like you know what? His in X Men, Beast has always been a little bit kind of like Mister Smithers, if you get the reference.
He, he's a chill guy. He don't say too much. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
okay.
Like he's a very laid back
Hmm.
dude. Really.
But he don't
Like
do too much either because every
he
time he's building something, they're like, "Oh man, it's not
Yeah.
together." And then they had to get Forge in there to fix something, or they got to get somebody else in there to fix something. It's like he never really gets it all the way there.
He's definitely a number two to
Yeah.
Xavier,
yeah.
in many ways. So like, that's definitely gonna happen. But and it might mind you, it makes sense when Storm becomes like the leader of the group as opposed to Beast.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Because he's always like a consigliere, like a council type of dude.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's never gonna hold the reins, but he's always gonna know what to say, and he's gonna always have data information. He's like AI in your pocket nowadays.
They got
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what Beast is.
But
Yeah.
let's get into a couple more of these comments before we head right in. We got TG again. We got a thought. I thought that X Force movie could have happened at Fox before Disney bought it. Oh, was there whispers of that? They was always trying to keep that property for a
Mm,
while until they just sold it a little while ago.
makes sense.
Rogue and Gambit have adopted some orphan mutants in the comics. Oh, okay,
Mm,
okay.
that is interesting.
Well,
That
there
is
we go. There we
maybe
go.
next season because we did see Jubilee. She released a whole bunch of baby mutants and kid mutants
Mm,
earlier this season. So maybe one of them about to be, little baby Rogue and Gambit.
that makes
Um,
sense.
from the AI, Rogue and Gambit do not have children in the main Marvel Comics continuity, Earth 616, but they have several children in the alternate universe and future timelines. Okay, so there's hope here. There's a window. Okay, I'm very happy to see that.
Oh, okay, interesting. They figured it out. All right.
Yeah,
That's the
but
great thing about animation. They'll pull some shit out their ass sometimes.
yeah. Give the show long enough, all the plot lines are going to be explored.
Correct.
It's like a
They'll
soap
probably go that adoption route though. You know what I'm
opera.
saying? If they
Mm.
Yeah.
go through pulling these kids from all the different timelines, that'd be interesting. But I see them basically going that adoption route. Like you said, they did release all of those kids from the prison, so they
Mm-hmm.
could do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they'll
Interesting.
just be just like Charles, really, because he
Right.
adopted all them kids. Like they just,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Charles
mean,
is definitely like a pseudo dad for a lot of them in there.
hmm
But this episode, Gambit, at the beginning, he is still unconscious, and we get a voiceover from Cable. He's pretty much confirming that it is his life's mission to get rid of Apocalypse,
hmm
and he not stopping regardless, right? He don't care what he got to do, who body he in right now. He's taking him out. So that's where we leave off with Cable. We flash over to our little mini team. We have Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Beast. They're on a mission to go down to ship and essentially back to the start of everything where Apocalypse became actually, Nar became Apocalypse, and see if there's any clues there as to how they could stop him. They run into that mouth that he went into in order to turn into Apocalypse. And Rogue decides that she is going to walk in order to kind of further investigate and see what needs to be done, even though it was disclosed to her, like, hey, you got to lose something. Nobody come out here unscathed, pretty much. If you go in, who knows what's about to happen by the time you get out. But she said, this is what you do for love. She walks in there, even though Nightcrawler and Beast was looking at her like, you sure you want to do that? She went in. Flashback to our main team of X-Men. They're chilling out of X Corp when they are alerted to some suspicious flying activity, and it's none other than Dr. Cooper. She is coming around with the X Factor and X Force too as well, because they are on the lookout for Gambit. They said, we are taking him. This is your final warning. Either give him up or we coming in, basically, right?
hmm
Was anyone shocked when we got the crew popping up, right? And they started fighting with our X-Men. We got a couple of battles. We got a battle with Jean and Cyclops against Cable. We got a battle with Polaris and Bishop against a bunch of these X not X-Men, a bunch of these mutants here. What was your favorite part about any of these battles? What did you think of this battle here?
I just like the individual battles, really. I just like how everybody got a chance to. We saw Storm. She said a line. I don't like the way to use Storm this season. She only had like this line and her
Yeah.
little own line in the earlier season, but I mean we'll save that for another day. But no, I just like all the individual battles that they did have lined up. I thought I did enjoy that part. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, she was mentioning Storm with her little one line of the episode. How we got the human powered Sentinels, that they have to be careful because there's humans inside. They can't just
hmm
outright get rid of these Sentinels like usual. We
Right.
also had a couple scenes with Jubilee, who has been a powerhouse for whatever odd reason this season.
I,
she
I mean, she's not a kid anymore. That's the thing.
yeah,
That's the main thing they trying to. That's the main thing they're trying to promote with Jubilee. She's grown
uh-huh,
up. She's
yeah,
not, and mind you, they still keep calling her a kid. She's like,
yeah.
listen, I'm grown. Stop it. Like somebody has.
Particularly Havoc. He was like literally trying to like shoot her from the sky, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, oh yeah, hey kid, you're doing great, and da da da. I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was weird because how you going to be, kind of proud, but also literally about to shoot me out the sky? You could have killed me, bro.
I mean, no, it's funny because that whole scene reminded me of the scene in Miles Morales when he's like fighting with the old Spider Man, and all of a sudden,
Okay,
nice job,
retired Peter.
yeah, nice job, kid.
Yeah.
Like that. That whole thing just reminded me of that, and I'm like, all right, way
I,
to show
I
Jubilee growing up.
Oh, we
and
gotta
I
come
think
here. Toby Spider-Man solos and all the X-Men. That's crazy. That's wild. Wilder
what
than
is
accurate. But thanks for being here, David. What were we saying,
yeah.
Lawrence?
I'll just say, I think one of the things they want to highlight this season, we've always known Jubilee to be that kid from back in the day. When I watched the show growing up, she was always that kid, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
think
Mm-hmm.
this season right here, they want to show her leadership. They want to make sure that she was growing up, that we no longer see Jubilee as a kid, but as a regular adult, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a main goal. One of the main goals they want to come in at the start of the season. We really did see that because they showed a lot of Jubilee this season right
Mm-hmm.
here. They showed a little bit last season with her and Sunspot, but they showed a
Mm-hmm.
lot more this season right here.
They did. And honestly, they got her looking like a Karen with this haircut, though. I don't like this long bob that they put her in. Next season, they need to bring the
Mhm.
pixie cut back.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's done. That's done.
Bring the pixie cut back.
It's all about the bob. She's showing grown up and
Oh,
all
she got
that.
the.
That's it. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
she had a '90s Halle Berry pixie cut back in the day.
She
Yeah,
really.
and she was killing it with the pixie cut. Killing it.
That is
Uh,
hilarious.
but through the fights, even when Cable was fighting against his parents,
That was
he was
wild.
still trying to hold back a little bit, as were they.
Mhm.
But he did get to the point where he had to like explode like the whole floor level of X Corp, which I thought was kind of cool. We
I
got
didn't know he could do a Hulk smash. That was wild.
listen, he's another one that had like a whole bunch of powers this season that I wasn't made aware of until like this season.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
as much as I would like more of our main cast, and I do want to see more of them next season, I appreciate the show kind of expanding a little bit on the other characters. We get a little bit more about them. But Cable, yeah, he's definitely OP, more OP than what I thought he was. Morph, aka X-Men Wolverine's like best buddy, aka I think he got a crush on Wolverine, but he came in dressed as Wolverine, started a fight with Psylocke. He was holding his own. We did get this one kind of like quick flash, and you missed it, where he morphed into Dr. Ock, which is cool. I remember his character from the old Spider-Man cartoon
Mhm.
back
Yeah.
in the day.
Mhm.
And I thought it was
Mhm.
cool that they kept that same design too. So they kept that
Right.
X-Men design and that Spider-Man design from like
Yeah.
another show.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but eventually Wolverine shows up. He really starts fighting Psylocke, who he says, is this assassin. She puts this knife through him, and it didn't phase him like at all. And I think how his healing factor in the show is a lot quicker than what it has been shown to be in the live action. That's all I'm saying. Because how's he still talking with the knife in his head?
Mhm. My head's been scrambled. Doesn't
Yeah,
work on me. Like, wow, that was wild.
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
Go ahead. What were we saying?
No, I've been saying like you said, I love how they, show the OG characters from the '90s. Like if you remember a couple episodes ago, they even had not fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. He
Yeah.
was playing with the kids because I remember the Fantastic Four show back in the day. You know what I'm
Uh huh.
saying?
Mhm.
They pulled Dr. Ock out. I thought that was dope. So they continue to give us little Easter eggs to the '90s. But yeah, I love that team up with Wolverine and
Hmm.
Morph. That was dope. Like, cause they tricked me at first. He was like, "You smell something in here? Nah, come
Yeah.
on, bub.
Uh
Come on, bub."
huh. Yeah, he did a good job impersonating
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wolverine. But let's see, TG, what kid? That kid who has fireworks is a grown woman. Yeah. Jubilee,
Right.
she's grown now. Yeah. How's Wolverine talking after that nasty attack? Right. He has instant healing factor here apparently.
Mhm.
But Cable did get to the point where he was able to complete his mission. He ran into Gambit, who became conscious in this episode. He actually showed up when Polaris and Bishop needed him most. He kind of saved the day there. But
Mhm.
unfortunately for Gambit, Cable took him out. One shot to the head, you dead.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
And honestly, it was even up until this point, I was thinking, is Cable low key kind of right? Because he was telling Gene and them, uh, this is one body versus millions of people that Apocalypse could kill.
Mhm.
So if you look at it
Yeah.
like that, is it worth it? Because was he in the right to try to kill Gambit? You think we know what happens, but before that, I feel like I would have probably thought, yeah, Gambit is one guy
Yeah.
versus millions of
Yeah.
Well, I
people.
mean, no, but at that moment, he didn't know that Apocalypse wasn't in him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
And he didn't
didn't.
know that it wasn't that Apocalypse wasn't in control at that moment. He just knew Apocalypse was in there. So
Yeah,
you
so
got
to me, it would feel like he was in the right at that
well,
point.
yeah, no, because it wasn't personal. It was business.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like of course he's in the right. It wasn't personal at all. It had nothing to do with Gambit. You know what I'm
Ye-
saying? Like it was just that he was in there. He could, mind you. I think if he was in the Cyclops, he would have done it.
yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. One body versus saving entire
Mhm.
planet. I love you,
Mhm.
Gambit, but you got to go. Cable was
Mhm.
right. We have a saying that says Magneto was right.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But yeah, Cable. I gotta rob a Cable on this right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
I know the rest of
logical.
X. Yeah, I know the rest of X Men's like Gambit. That's our boy. Like he's one of the OGs with us. But I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
At what point is his life, worth more than millions of mutants and humans?
Yep.
But it turns out we would have been wrong too, because when he shot him, it just made it worse. Because now Apocalypse was fully released. We get this cool scene where we have this skull, and clearly this is like some symbolism towards death. And we get like the full embodiment of
Look.
Apocalypse within Gambit. He looks super creepy here. He was able to kind of take over the consciousness of all of the mutants outside of Professor Xavier. If you look in the background, we see our team. They're all under his control here. That was a shocker to me. I didn't expect
Mhm.
that to happen. I thought if we was killing Gambit, that would be that. But Apocalypse apparently had a backup plan, or this is what he wanted to happen whole time, so he can take full
Mm,
control.
yeah.
And it wasn't until we flash back to Rogue and how she was able to negotiate a kind of pact with this character. I'm like, this is clearly some kind of celestial, right? It looks
Yeah.
like
I
yeah,
forgot his name. I said his
it's
name in
something
my
with the E, like
video. Y-
Enom or Enon or something
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
I had to look it up. I knew he was a celestial, but I forgot his name. I can't think of it. I had to Google it. Man, I can't think of his name right now, but I know he is like a celestial, basically.
Yeah, I want to say it's Enon or Enom. It's either one of those two. This
Mhm.
celestial's name. But
Mm-hmm.
she was able to kind of put up a deal like, hey, if you let me, save my man, I'll put my life up for his, which is, I don't know. I couldn't be me. That's all I'm gonna say. Rogue,
You gotta be a ride or die here, like Rogue. You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
little much. She was already ride or die when she, was with him when he was looking dead in the face, right? When he was looking like
Right,
this last episode,
right.
she was like, all right, look, fine. That's all the ride or die you're gonna get from me. Not, oh, I gotta die so you can live. No. But
Yeah.
she emerged with this new outfit on, newly powered up,
Ooh.
and she pretty much said her goodbyes to Beast and Nightcrawler,
Mhm.
because she knew at that point that this was going to be her end. If she was going to save Gambit like she planned, she
Mhm.
isn't going to make it out. But
Mm,
when she gets to the fight, right in the final hour, she touches Gambit, or at least Apocalypse, fully informed and embodied form of Gambit, and was able to suck the soul of Apocalypse out of Gambit's body and kind of enclose it in this jeweled kind of crystal that she gave to Cable.
Mhm.
Um, Now that was interesting. I thought it was interesting that she could only kind of imprison his essence versus like have him be completely gone. So to me, that says he's going to be back at
Yeah.
some point
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah.
But because she made this sacrifice, she gives him one final kiss goodbye, um, thinking this is going to be her end, but it doesn't happen, right? And that's when we pan over to Beast, looking somber and a little crazy. And we see the Bible, Kirk's Bible in his hand. And that's because Kirk made a deal that he's going to die in exchange for Rogue. And that's when he mentioned that his sacrifice is going to lead to the betterment and the happiness of everyone involved, so everyone can kind of come together. And when the Celestial asked him, how did he know that? He said, because I have faith. And I said, oh,
okay, Kurt,
Mhm.
Hey, Kurt. Listen, I don't drink, but I had to pour something out for my boy. I pour a little bit of water out for my boy, man. Like I was heartbroken.
you
I was
Right.
say,
heartbroken for Kurt. I'm like, come on, man. Like we could have
right.
sacrificed. Trying to think of somebody who would have been a little bit less than Kurt. I can't think of nobody right now. But listen, I
Look,
was.
I could right there, right there, good man.
You
Mhm.
said take Beast instead.
Take Beast instead.
Sacrifice Beast. Oh my god.
Mm.
One blue
Wow.
body for another. Take that one instead. Lord
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I was so shocked. And Lawrence Port, you mentioned last time we were here that this final episode, the creator said it's going to be a tearjerker. You're not going to expect the ending. And
Right.
yeah, it was Kirk. Kirk had to go. And for him to do it so nobly, right? Just so
Mhm.
everyone, so that Roe can have her happy ending and the people who were together can be together because
Yes.
Kirk, I guess he felt like it was just him. He was alone. So there's really no reason for him to stay. His he could sacrifice himself and be happy with that. And
Mm.
so sad.
Can I say something about Apocalypse right quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm about to make I was getting ready to make a video about this on my TikTok,
Uh
but I'm gonna
huh.
do it after this right here. But this has been on my mind. I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
The situation with Apocalypse was a complete letdown. You mean to tell me all we're gonna do is put him in a little bottle cap or whatever,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be it? Like I thought yeah, there it is right there. I was
Mhm.
expecting some type of big battle, some type of showdown against Apocalypse, and basically just Rogue and Gambit versus Apocalypse and the rest of X-Men just standing on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
I was disappointed with
Yeah.
how should I say this? I was disappointed. I don't want to say with the entire season. I'm going to say with that scene in particular, even though the season didn't live up to what I thought it was going to be. But that scene right there, I just want one big battle, one big hurrah before we all say goodbye to Apocalypse once and for all. They kind of
Okay.
let me
Yeah.
down. I don't know about anybody else. I don't know about the chat. I don't know about y'all, but this is just my thoughts.
Y'all, let us know in the chat. Were
Mhm.
you disappointed with the final battle with Apocalypse? Did you expect more?
Yes.
I thought that it was convenient that his essence would be able to like put in this crystal jewel because to me that says that he's going to come back at one point. So maybe at that point we'll get like a battle of some kind. But it definitely came across as yeah, it was like the power of love is going to take out Apocalypse, right? The
That's
power.
exactly what they was trying to say. Let's love. Let's love.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, here's what I think. I
Uh-huh.
think that all of what you're saying is valid, and
Hmm.
I felt the exact same way
Mhm.
until the end credits.
Oh, okay. We'll
Your
discuss.
man died, and his mama shows up.
Okay,
Right.
uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah, unexpectedly.
His mama shows up out of nowhere,
Uh-huh.
and who's he getting? The blondie that's in control of Cable.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
blondie that's in control of Cable has to have her hands on Apocalypse.
Mhm. Mhm.
Val Cooper.
Yes. So
Mhm.
I have a feeling Mystique is going to be the one to make Apocalypse return.
We'll see. I did see this earlier today, and I'll read it. I didn't get an image of it, but I'll read it to you guys because apparently the creator, the previous creator, what's his name, Bo DeMayo, who was
Hmm.
Yes.
unceremoniously like removed. He
Hmm.
was mentioning how the season two they scrapped his Age of Apocalypse plan for the season two finale. So it
Hmm.
looked as if he had plans to make it more of a spectacle as opposed to the ending that we got here.
Mm-mm.
So I wonder what he had in mind, if they were saving it for later. I
I
do
mean,
know
this was
he
the
was,
Royal Rumble leading the WrestleMania. Just to be a wrestling fan, this was
yeah,
like like a preliminary event leading to a bigger event. This is what I think it
yeah, I do know that he was removed, but he did have some hand in this season
was.
before he was removed.
Mm.
So the third season is where I believe his influence is no longer a presence in the creation of the show. So I
Mm.
wonder how things are going to go from that point. But
So
apparently, he had a different idea in mind for season two finale.
Bo wrote episodes 3 and 4. He wrote the episode with Storm, right? And he
Okay.
did episode 3. I think she was on episode 4, I think, of the season. Episode 1 and 2, I think, was a different writer. And basically after that, they had like multiple, I think they had like different writers. But next season, like you said, I read an article today talking about that because they had to chop half of it because Bo basically written all of it, but then they had to cut it, due to him and what he was doing. So next season, as far as the writing, it should be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I was reading on Twitter today, I could tell from the thoughts and reactions from people. Y'all ever been out to dinner and you
Mhm.
had a steak? You're like, dang, this steak is okay with some salt and pepper, but it just needs a
Yeah.
little bit more seasoning, right?
Uh-huh.
And Bo DeMayo bought the seasoning
Mm,
to X-Men. You look at
mhm.
season one, the stakes was so high. Like
Yeah.
season one was cooking. Like, I was holding my breath every single episode, it felt like, right?
Mm,
This one right here, like I said before, episodes 1 through 4, great. Very, very
mhm.
good. But after that, it was just like this right here from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
So are
we're
you
just
saying it
missing
turned
that.
into meatloaf?
Yeah,
It
somebody
turned
did
into
season
steak,
the
turned into
meatloaf.
meatloaf.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, somebody forgot the ketchup or A1 steak sauce, whichever one you prefer on the meatloaf.
I
You know what I mean?
hear you. Okay, it went from a steak to meatloaf.
Shout
I
out to
can get
Colton
with
in the
that.
chat. He said the name
Yeah.
of the celestial was Eson. So thanks
Okay.
for that tidbit
No,
there.
okay.
But yeah, well, what season one did have a little bit more sex appeal. I noticed everyone was sexy in season one. We had Magneto with his speedo, Magneto in the speedo. We had Rogue out here talking to everybody. This season was a little less sexy, but
Yeah.
I was still here for it. I still enjoyed this season.
I
But like
bet. I bet. I think you just liked all the new road costumes.
oh yeah, Rogue got a whole bunch of costume changes for the cosplayers.
You
We
know.
got a bunch of options
Hey,
now. That is
hey, look, Rogue be out here in Marvel Rivals, man. You know, if she got a
Mhm.
lot of costumes also for Marvel Rivals. I don't know if y'all
ah,
play, but they got like the swimsuit costumes going on right now for the men. I mean, for the women, and also they got the costumes for the men for the summertime. So hey, shout out to everybody playing more Marvel Rivals. More costumes for Rogue up there.
Okay.
all right. Shout out to the gamers out here. Shout out to the gamers. We got because you can't destroy evil. That's why Apocalypse is in the gym. Oh, okay. He like
Mm,
energy doesn't disappear, just like changes into another energy kind of thing.
I see.
Um,
That makes sense.
But speaking of what Vic was talking about earlier, we do have Dr. Cooper. We see that there are two of them, and we usually know what that means. It's because Mystique has been
Mhm.
taking her form. Now, my question is though, oh, but also before I mentioned anything else, they did in the background confirm that Creed did win the presidency.
Mm.
So he is now the president in the universe. But we see that Mystique has been, or at least currently, is inhabiting the form of Dr. Cooper before, shooting her dead. And I wanted to ask, do you guys think, did you interpret this as Mystique have been her the whole time, or is she just now turning into Dr. Cooper? Because to me, I thought that it was her the whole time, but I'm seeing discourse online saying that, oh, this is her just turning into her in this
I,
episode.
I,
I'm
oh, go ahead,
okay.
Vic. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, for the what I took from it was that Mystique was just going in there to get her file to make sure
Okay.
like she's getting rid of some loose ends.
So you
Type
think
of.
this is the first time she has turned into Dr. Cooper, this episode, not any
Yes,
episode before?
I certainly didn't read more into that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Lawrence
Mm-hmm.
Report?
Because
Yeah. They're just basically setting it up next season for Mystique and Gordon Creed to be the big bad villains, and maybe like a third random villain somewhere. That's what they're setting up, though. I thought it was Val Cooper the entire time.
mm,
Oh, okay. Then I'm the only one out because I was thinking, oh, it was Mystique the whole time. Oh,
mm,
that's what I thought.
I hear you.
But that was the episode, guys. Um, uh, I enjoyed the finale. Yes, the power of friendship and the power of love did save the day at the end, and we could have had a bigger battle. But I'm not
Yeah.
mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, many a times Rogue is my favorite character. So to get more Rogue in these episodes, I will never be disappointed. But that's just my perspective. Guys, thanks for joining us. If you like the video, please like the video. Don't forget to follow Unpopular Review, subscribe to Unpopular Reviews channel, my channel, See the Superior, and of course, The Lawrence Report. If you can let the people know what you got coming up on your channel, The Lawrence Report.
Yeah, well, it's been a blast covering this right here, these last 2 episodes.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, I mean, well, I'll also cover X-Men 97. I was getting ahead of myself, but yeah, I did a couple of shorts on X-Men 97. I did all the episodes leading up to this big finale.
Mm.
Tomorrow we got D23. We
Mhm.
may end up getting the X-Men coming on the stage tomorrow. We don't know who's gonna be Storm. I just heard from another guy today, Jeff Snyder, that they have another actress that could be playing Storm tomorrow. I don't know. I saw a
Ooh,
picture. Yeah, it's all over Twitter right now. I don't know the actress.
oh my!
Um, Yeah. So I'll be covering D23 news here on my YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to that. I
Mhm,
also will be talking about Lanterns that's coming out on Sunday. We'll be watching that. Can't wait for that.
mhm.
So yeah, if you love superhero stuff, also cover a lot of movies, different TV shows. If you love those things, be sure to hit your boy with the follow. We're almost at 1,000 followers.
Nice.
Oh yeah, definitely follow him so he can get to that thousand followers landmark. That's amazing.
That's a fact.
But just to close out, we got a couple more comments. Agree 1000%. I wanted a bigger bottle too, but you can't destroy evil.
Mhm.
G, the power of friendship because friendship is magic. Yes, amen. And Magneto will be back too. I hope so. I hope he's back. And I also want to
Yeah.
see a little bit of what's his name? What's that frozen boy? Bobby, what's his name? I want to see him next season.
Bobby
Iceman.
Drake.
Bobby Drake. I want to
Mhm.
see me some Bobby Drake. But yeah, thanks for joining. See you later, guys. Bye.